You're over age. Britons objected Charles' takeover of the throne after Queen died because he's too old. Britons have expressed mixed feelings over the new monarch, King Charles III, as one young person claimed he's too old to accede to the throne. Speaking outside the king's eventual new home, Curtis said he thinks the monarchy should stop, and that he didn't think Charles should be king. But the majority of respondents disagreed, with one man, Bob, suggested Charles would do a great job and follow in his mother's footsteps. Members of the public spoke outside Buckingham Palace to share their thoughts on whether King Charles III would be able to fill the role of the late Queen Elizabeth II. King Charles III has been waiting his whole life for this moment. At his birth, 73 years ago, he became second in line to the throne, and for the past 6 decades, ever since his mother ascended to the throne in 1952, when he was 3, he has been the heir apparent. He was brought up, trained, and endlessly coached for a job that has finally come to him at an age where most men want nothing more than a peaceful retirement. A time which, in his case, might have otherwise involved growing organic vegetables and painting watercolor landscapes. How he handles his reign will shape the future of the monarchy and indeed determine whether it has one at all. So, can Charles accomplish something similar? Can an older sovereign succeeding an elderly one engage the monarchy with a country whose population is mostly much younger than he is, and whose future is with a coming generation, not a departing one? Particularly one whose politicians, business leaders, generals, police chiefs are decades his junior, 20 or 30 years younger, a whole generation with different experiences and skills. In his own reflections, there has been a hint of feeling that he's not doing enough. In 2005, he was asked by a television interviewer if he felt he was making a difference. I don't know, he said. I try. I only hope that when I'm dead and gone, they might appreciate it a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes that happens. However, a lot of Britons believe in their new king. Royal fan Mary said he is coming across very confident now from what we've seen of him. I think he is that sort of man that would cope, and he is a sensitive man, and I think he will be a wonderful king, and he will want to be because of his mum. Bob, who travelled down to London with his wife Mel, acknowledged that King Charles had big shoes to fill, but he said, I think he will do a great job. He's had the greatest teacher ever, and I think he will follow in her footsteps, and he will do a great service to this country. In the first week of Charles III's reign, there have been subtle signs of traditions changing in an institution that traces its origins back more than 1,000 years to the fractious kingdoms of Anglo-Saxon England and early medieval Scotland. As well as establishing his own style, King Charles has for a long time made it known that he intends to slim down the monarchy in response to public demand for a more modern institution with lower costs and less ostentation.